forever to bring up this live. So I was just thinking to myself, I'm like, I need to do like at least one reading. Whose reading do I need to do? I heard fire. So fire signs are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So this is a very general reading. Understand we're talking about 3 different signs here, many different people. So take what resonates, throw away whatever does not, okay? Don't try to make it fit, but I'm going to see. I feel like there's some sort of energy that needs to be expressed regarding the fire signs right now. Whether that's Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, or all 3. I don't know. Something about fire signs. So, ooh, shadow side. Triumph of lies. Oh, wow. And the cards fell to the floor. I think that's a sign. Okay. Triumph of lies. And it's the number 1, which is talking about how you see yourself and how others see you. Sorry about that, guys. Let me straighten these cards up. Triumph of lies. All right. The first thing that I'm seeing here is that this figure in this card is wearing a crown. So, and it looks like they're in a department store or something like that. Department stores may be relevant for some of you. I'm also seeing a waterfall. Also, the word pinpoint wants to come through for some reason. Maybe somebody's being pinpointed for their lies. Hold on. I gotta get all these cards back, y'all. They fell all over the floor. All right. So here it is. Deception and lies. For some of you, like I said, it may have something to do with, it could have to do with a water bill. It could have to do with clothes. It could do with appearance. It could have to do with a department store. It can have to do with just you lying about who you actually are. I mean, or somebody else around you is doing that. Let's look at the meaning of that card, Triumph of Lies. If something hurts me, I change myself so it can stop. Okay, immediately got this. Immediately got this. If something hurts you, right? That means that there's something that you're doing that needs to change. It doesn't mean that you force other people to change or manipulate people into making a change. It means there's something within yourself that needs to change. I'm trying to see if I feel anything from this, y'all, but I'm really not yet. I just realized, like I said, if something hurts me, I change myself so it can stop. So there may be something about that statement. Take it as you will. It says, not all that glitters is gold. Emptiness is felt when there is nothing under the dress. So it almost feels like you or another person has built themselves up so high, but feeling like there's nothing underneath, feeling hollow underneath, if that makes sense. It says on here, headless mannequins crowned against each other under a cold neon light. They are dressed in luxury clothes and pricey accessories. Among them, one has a crowned skull floating where her face is supposed to be. The triumph of lies is about appearance, and appearance is always so important in the world. Day by day, it seems more important. Can that be a lie too? We seek to be what the world outside desires, and not necessarily society at large. Our family, our partners, our friends, our place of judgments on what we should be in the dress we choose. We carve a mask of expectations, behaviors, and values to live by. It offers stability to ourselves and to our relations, as being honest and true to ourselves. Can too be tiring. Whatever. What does that say? Too easy to make us hurt. What does that say? That is so hard to understand. What? We carve a mask of expectations, behaviors, and values to live by. It offers stability to ourselves and to our relations, as being honest and true to ourselves. Can be too tiring. Oh, so it's like tradition says do this, this, and this, and it's easier to stick with the tradition than it is to be who we actually are. Like stepping out of that box. There's something like that that's going on here. Like being who we actually are, not what's expected of us or what people think we should be. It could be something like that. Unfortunately, the relationship with our mask is not as straightforward as it feels. Inside the mask, envy grows. Vanity takes root. Lack of self-confidence becomes a habit. It gnaws at us and it hurts us from the inside. So when you're living in something that's not your truth, you begin to feel jealous of those that are living what you want to be or what you want to see. Does that make sense? I hope I'm making sense, because I don't know if this is you or the person that you're dealing with, but that's what it feels like. It's like somebody who's so steeped in a certain tradition that they can't live their life as they want to live it in the way that they feel natural and flowing and free. You can't feel natural, flowing, and free because you're trying to put on this persona that you are this or you are that. Does that make sense? And again, that doesn't have to be you. It can be the person that you're dealing with too. Talking about the mask, it says it feels like it is ourselves, but it's not really authentic. It's just a lie we have made. It's just a lie that we have made habit to believe in. When our lies become a gilded cage and our dress becomes a burden, so it's harder to uplift whatever this expectation is, we should remember that we were born naked. Yeah, so I'm not getting this in the way that I thought this was going to be. I feel like this is more about living under societal rules of what you should be, and you're pretending to be what society wants you to be, but underneath you're not what society wants you to be. You know what I mean? Society can just be your friend, but it could be a larger group of people. It doesn't matter. The point is that you're not living in your authenticity, okay? That's what it's talking about. And it's like, because you're not living in your authenticity, you're feeling incomplete. You're feeling, I'm hearing obsolete even, unimportant, and that's not a good thing for fire signs, because fire signs need to feel important. I'm not trying to be throwing shade, but y'all do need to feel important. Let's see if there's, I do too, and I'm not a fire sign. Just putting that out there. All right. I got to say this. For some of you, because you have put yourself in this role of being who you're not really, okay, but you want to be seen as, it's making you cold. Could have to do with family, or it could have something to do with money. Maybe even a home or moving. something about your family lineage. It could have anything to do with any of those things. But let's just pull one more. Fire signs. Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. I want to pull that one for some reason, but I'm leaving it. Perchance to dream. I don't know what that is. Hold on. Okay, that one definitely wants to come out for sure. Parasite. Parasite. Because you didn't live in your authenticity, okay, and you took on some sort of responsibility that your heart was not in, it's feeling parasitic. For some of you, this could be a career, or it could have to do with your father or a boss. I need to look at this to help me understand. Some of you, I'm going to tell you, I'm getting a story for some of you. Your father passed away. And you still tell stories of how much you loved your father, but you really had a deep, deep resentment of your father. For some of you. That's not all of you. Or vice versa. Okay. Okay, I'm getting come clean. So you may be wanting to come clean with somebody over this situation, or somebody may be wanting to come clean with you. But let's look and see what parasite says. Y'all, when you get the parasite card, that also means make sure you're paying attention to your diet. You're not eating like foods that are bad for you. That can be a thing too. When the only answer to lack of when the only answer to lack of self-efficiency is to cling to another one. Some of you may have been putting on a false face that I'm so rich, I'm doing so well, I'm right. And it's an act. Okay. Remember, I'm dealing with a whole bunch of zodiac signs, so your story may be one part and not the other, and vice versa. But your story should be in here somewhere. But somebody here is like pretending to be so much happier or so much better or so much more well off than they actually are. Even much happier than they actually are. And it's more about how you're perceived, because I'm getting this number 10. The number 10 is about your public reputation, how you're seen out in the world. You got number 1, which is how you see yourself and how others see you. It's all about how people see you, perceive you. So there's a lie around the perception of who you are and what you want or what you feel or something like that. And it's turning into a parasite that's eating you up, is the way that I'm seeing it. But again, it has something to do with the reflection of you, whatever that means. Let's read this. Hold on. A long-haired man with a pale face, heavy eyelids, a dull golden chain drapes over his forehead, around the body, and through his body. A poisonous ivy grows and clings subtly to him. That may be jealousy. That was my wording. That may be jealousy, that part. Sentence. What can't survive alone will seek company, but instead of growing together, they will wither together. Okay, that just proves my point again. This is a situationship, person, place, thing, job, father, whatever it is, that is toxic. And it's toxic because people are not being their authentic selves. Okay? It's breeding toxicity. It's breeding a codependency, a karmic attachment of some sort. is the way it feels. And the problem with that is, like, if you were living authentic and you were interacting with this person, there's a possibility that this would not be a karmic relationship. Whether, you know, again, it doesn't have to be love. It wouldn't be karmic if you were genuine. But there is a falsehood here that's making this karmic. And it's like, if you don't cut the ties, okay, either cut the relationship out totally or show up authentically, it's going to strangle you both, so to speak. Some of you may be feeling like somebody is pressuring you to be weak. That may be your thought process. Or they may be feeling this way about you, that you're pressuring them, trying to make them shrink. Maybe you're doing it to each other. It could go either way. Relationships are not a zero-sum game. Of course, using each other is part of the game, but it's quite different when use takes the shape of supporting. So using but pretending to support. It could be something like that. Rather than manipulating or exploiting. In the long run, a good relationship is a win-win, where the more I give, the more I get. And the other way around. Still, it's not always like this, is it? Not just in bad relationships. In the short run, bad is bound to happen, even in the house of true love. We cling, we bite, we hunger for safety and freedom and support. And on the other side, we get mangled, bitten, demanded on. Well, it happens. It happened, and it will happen again. It's part of the game. But if it happens too often, it creates toxic environments. It doesn't matter if we are the victim or the perpetrator, as poison is shared equally. One gets the pain, another one gets the advantage. But the toxic part they both get fully a parasite, a leech. A leech kills itself as much as it kills the host. It sacrifices the journey to the destination, and then the destination to its own failures. The problem is not living as sheep, but the true problem is living as sheep for 100 years. Sorry, y'all. My eyes are bad. I had a hard time reading that. It's like really blurry. But yeah, overall feeling is, you know, to me, this is saying it's both of you. It's not one or the other. We've got a situation here where you are each sucking each other dry. It's like, well, I'll give, well, I'll fall back. Well, I'll fall back, well, I'll start giving. Okay, well, now I'm going to fall back. You know, it's like, no, this is a situation where you can't play this stupid bullshit. You either work together or you fucking cut the ties. Okay? Again, this could be talking about you. This could be talking about your boss. This could be talking about your father. It could be just talking about how you're seen out in the world. Regardless. Okay? Let's move on. Let's do the astrology cards. So this reading is for Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Just a general general energy reading, guys, because there's so many signs included with that that we have to kind of be generalized. But Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, please. The fire signs. Can you tell me the general energy for them right now? Aries, Leo, and Sag. Fire signs. What's going on? Okay. Selfishness. Same thing the last one said. This can be, it can be a lot of things. It can be selfishness, impulsiveness, me first. That's selfishness. I'm trying to think what else it can be. You know, on the positive side, this can be like the first responder too. Okay? The first person who steps up. And fire signs generally are that. Fire signs. I just got the word exposed. Somebody's getting exposed here for their selfishness around money. Could be an Aries person. Could be a Taurus person. Could be you. Could be anybody. But there's something about somebody being selfish financially. Fire signs. That's too many cards. For some of you, this could be something sexual in nature that caused you to be selfish. But let's move on. Fire signs, please. Remember, this can be the person you're dealing with too. It doesn't have to be you. Fire signs. I got the word temptation. Fire signs. So yeah, there may be a kind of a sexual element to why you're being selfish financially, or this other person is. Fire signs. Some of you may be facing legal action over this with Libra ruling justice, okay? That's for a very select few of you, and that was Libra, so Libras could be relevant too. For those of you that there is no legal connotation to this selfishness financially, all right? Some of you, it's just pointing out the fact that you were selfish because you were trying to find some sort of balance for yourself. Maybe involving a home in the past or regarding a family situation that was hidden. Okay, take that as you will. Also got the word scam. So some of you, you know, this could be you or this could be the other person, but some of you could have been, you know, like been dealing with somebody who was scamming you or you were scamming them. Let's move on. I just got within view. So whoever this person is, either they're watching you quietly or you're quietly watching them. Fire signs. Fire signs. want that one. Yeah, sexual in nature. Something such sexual in nature was going on that made you selfish financially. Or, you know what? It could be like there was some sort of sexual situation that was causing you to need financial balance, and so you became kind of selfish. I don't know. Or this other person that you're dealing with, they were doing that to you. Sagittarius. Sorry, that was a Sagittarius card. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Fire signs. Fire signs. Yeah, there's some sort of sexual illusion that was going on that's involved in this scam, and I am hearing it as a scam. Fire signs. Some of you, I always take this as a third party card. It can be celebration or a third party, okay? So for some of you, this is like some sort of sexual illusion that you kept, and you celebrated being able to keep the illusion up. For others of you, this could be the illusion was that you were involved in a third party situation. As in three-way or just cheating on one or something like that. But we're going to leave that out regardless. I just got the word exploitation. Somebody could have been exploited sexually in some way. I'm just saying. But there's some sort of sexual illusion that the fire signs are celebrating. Or their person is. Fire signs. But things are starting to change. I'm hearing the word sacrifice and spoils. Or sacrifice the spoils. It's something like that. Could be something about a health issue that was hidden also for some of you. Y'all, this has got a pervy feel to it. It's kind of got a wanker kind of feeling to it. I don't know who this is. I don't know who you are dealing with. I don't know if it's you or if it's your person, but it's got some really kind of creepy sexual vibes to it. I think there's some sexual shame involved. Fire signs. See, something's about to change because somebody is seeing the truth about this. But whoever this person is, they may not have fronted you out for it, or you may not have fronted them out for it, because it kind of has this feeling of somebody knowing that somebody is a sexual creep. I'm sorry, but I mean, that's what it feels like. And I hate to say that, but it feels like that. It's like somebody's dealing with a sexual creep. And then there's another energy here that's like they're starting to see this, and I got the word whelps. Whelps could be related, I don't know. But like this person is starting to see that this person is what I just described, and they're like afraid to speak up. Or they're trying to keep the peace. They're trying not to, I'm hearing, villainize the other person. Could be something here about some hidden agreements. And that was why this person was trying to keep the peace with you, or you were trying to keep the peace with them. That's another story. You know what? I don't know when the Leo full moon is, but I'm getting a vibe off of this card that something else is coming out during the Leo full moon. We had a Leo new moon, but I don't know when the Leo full moon is. So you can look into that if you want. Whoever this person is that was trying to keep the peace because of this hidden agreement or communication that you had going between you and this other person, whatever this is, this person is finding out that this person is nasty, basically. I'm getting the word gnarly. And like, even though they were trying to keep the peace, it's like too much now. They can't take it anymore. It's literally, with these numbers 12 and 6, it's literally affecting their mental health, or it's affecting yours. It feels like a sexual predator almost, but it doesn't have to be that. It can be something as minute as an affair or a three-way or something like that. But it feels, for a lot of you, it feels really nasty, honestly. It's worse than that. But not that there's anything wrong with what I just said, because people have their reasons, but somebody's psychological health is being affected by somebody else's financial greed, selfishness. Some of you could have had a sex change, or you could be dealing with somebody who had a sex change also. You know what I'm thinking? For some of you, you may have used this money to get a sex change, or your person may have used this money to get a sex change. There could be something like that going on for some of you, and that is a very minute few. But for some of you, that could be the truth. You got greedy, or they got greedy and used the money for a sex change. Fire signs. Either way, it feels like the jig is up. It's like something's not going to be able to move forward anymore. Okay? No matter what it is, whether it's sexual or not, there's some sort of illusion that you've celebrated here. Somebody's finding out about it. They may have been trying to keep the peace, but it's affecting their mental health, and they're feeling like they're in danger now. Or you're doing this. It's affecting your mental health, and now you're feeling in danger. Okay? Damn it. Why are all these cards doing that? I just got the word rivals. Some of you may be looking at somebody as a rival. Or maybe you had a sex change because of a rival, or your person did. I don't know, y'all. This is fucking weird. This is definitely not for every fire sign. I'm just going to take those because I'm fucking tired of this shit. Okay. Some of you know that there's whatever you did or whatever this other person did was illegal. I'm getting vibes of like hush money here. Not saying it is literally hush money, but I'm getting the vibes of hush money. And being very vague about the situation. So maybe there's some sort of situation where you did receive hush money and you used that money to get a sex change, or somebody around you did. That could be a thing. We've got this settlement card and we've got mystery. That's like somebody being intentionally vague about a financial settlement for some of you. Ooh, somebody, y'all, I know that's not going to be every fire sign either. It can't be. But somebody literally got their sex changed just to avoid going to jail. Either way, I feel like things are not going to be able to move forward the way they have in the past. It's like, it's time to pay the piper is the feeling that I'm getting. And like I said, it definitely has something to do with psychological health too. You know, whatever this is, it's affecting the mental health of you or the person that you're dealing with. All right. Because it's talking about how you're choosing to not deal with this choice that needs to be made, but still holding on to it, holding on to the situation and feeling upset. So that one has come clean. All right. Let's move on to, let's do the funny advice cards for the fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. What is the advice for the fire signs right now? You know, I felt so led to come on and do that reading for the fire signs. It has to be for someone specific. It may be maybe one or two people even, but it feels very specific. Advice for the fire signs right now. Advice for the fire signs. Hold on. Be fucking grateful. We all want more in life. We're a greedy motherfucking species. But every now and then, just take a fucking moment to stop and smell the roses. Life is about enjoying the little things, like bathing in the blood of your enemies. Hopefully you don't literally, but that is funny. All right. No, but basically it's saying you need to learn to appreciate more. I don't understand. I really don't fully understand because I'm getting the financial greed story. You know, for some of you, I'm getting a sex change story. For others of you, I'm getting like avoiding, you know, regardless whether there's a sex change involved or not, avoiding legal consequences of some sort. And I feel as if it's like all of this could have been avoided if you would have just appreciated what you had. And I say that because of going back to the initial reading where it's like being selfish with money and now like possibly facing legal action. Or recognizing the fact that you were selfish financially with other people, because Libra can also be relationships. Again, remember, it can be flipped the other way. It could be your person, all right? I just don't have the energy to keep saying that over and over and over. All right, let's move on. Let's do a love reading. Let's do a love reading for the fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. What is the overall energy for their love life right now? I want to leave you. I see a future with you. This is somebody who's lying. This is somebody who's lying. It's somebody who's saying, I want to be with you forever, but underneath the surface, they actually want to leave. Whether that's you or them. Fire signs. Fire sign love reading, please. Aries, Leo, and Sag. I like to play games. Fire sign love reading. But you called my bluff. Ruh-roh. Remember, this can be romance or this can be just, you know, love isn't always romantic, but it could be. Put it where it goes. But somebody was playing games and somebody called the other person's bluff. I love you so much. I know I fucked you over, but I love you so much. What's the overall energy? Wow. Okay. Overall energy of your love reading is gossip and drama affecting your love life. And also addictions to sex or drugs, etc. Okay. So somebody here was addicted to gossip, drama, sex, drugs, whatever it was. They like to play games, and then somebody called them on it. And then the other person is like, but I loved you, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, it's something like that. It's something like that. All right. Let's go to the actual love tarot. I'm not going to do as many cards as I normally do. I'm just going to kind of get a feel. Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, please. Fire signs, love reading. What's the energy for the fire signs for love reading? I'm leaving. I'm getting this as a threat. Whether it does actually play out or not, I'm getting it as a threat. It says, I'm ready to leave a situation or a mindset that is not serving me and is hindering my growth. I feel like somebody is saying that, but it's more like a way to escape accountability. Fire signs. It's not the right time. Again, I'm getting this feeling of somebody trying to escape accountability. I'm overwhelmed with responsibility. I don't have the time or energy for a relationship. One more. Fire sign love reading. That is too many. Hold on. Let's try that again. Okay, that wants to come out. Unclear? Yeah, unclear. I don't know how I feel about this connection anymore. I'm going to be honest with you. You or the other person is avoiding responsibility by claiming that they don't really. It feels like a bullshit. It feels like a complete bullshit. It's like, I'm leaving, and it feels like a threat. And then it's like, it's just not the right time. I just don't know how I feel about this anymore. But it feels more like somebody trying to not be accountable. What are they not being accountable for? I wonder if I should use tarot for that. Maybe it'll show me. What are they not taking accountability for? Where are my tarot cards? Maybe I can use this angel deck, because I don't see my tarot cards. They're here somewhere, but what are they not taking responsibility for? Some sort of an agreement that you made. You're not taking accountability for some sort of an agreement that you made. The number 3 is an agreement here. Y'all, I'm trying to find my tarot cards. Oh, you know what? I may have put them over here. Hold on. Oh, here they are. Yeah, so it's saying that you're not, and I'm hearing hypocritical, you're not taking responsibility for some sort of an agreement that you made. For some of you, this could be not taking responsibility as it relates to a younger sibling, or what you said, like not being truthful about what you said. Also got vindictive. What are they not taking responsibility for? What are they not taking responsibility for? I'm going to take that one. Immature communication. Gossip. That's a gossipy, childishness kind of shit right there. So it definitely could be, you're not telling the truth about what you said for a lot of you. Some of you could have said that you didn't want to work. So it could be that you wanted money, but you didn't want to work. Or didn't want to deal with a father figure or a boss. In the end, you're going to walk away from this. again, I feel like still not taking responsibility, right? I feel like this still feels like not taking responsibility and just trying to leave the situation where you feel like it's calmer. The best I can say, if you're going to avoid accountability, at least do take those lessons with you so it doesn't happen again. I can't tell you to anything other than that. Some of you could have walked away from somebody so that you could cheat on them. Also, for some of you. Either way, it's not going to work out. Whatever this situation is, it's definitely not going to work out. It's because you or the other person refuses to take accountability. All right. For some of you, remember I was saying it could be sexual in nature. It does feel like for a lot of you, this could be a situation where it's like maybe you were getting money from a partner but going off and juggling, like you're with this person, but then you would separate from them so you could go cheat for a little while and then come back, but then playing victim, or vice versa. When I say vice versa, that means you or them. For some of you, you could be saying, if there's nothing sexual going on here, for some of you, this could be a situation where you're telling everybody, I'm overwhelmed. I don't really want to walk away, but you really do, because you want to avoid responsibility. Or they do. All right. All right, I'm going to leave it at that. Hopefully somebody got something out of that. I gotta admit, it was a rough start there, but in the end, you're walking away from this. But like I said, I urge you to let me just say this. If you're not going to take responsibility or accountability, at least take the lessons with you for the next journey. All right? Thank you, guys. Bye.